This is our first season finale.
Yeah, this is an interesting season
I think this
finale.
is a moment that we can come together on the record and just reflect on a project that we started together. It's been this is the 20th episode. How do you feel like the podcast is going now that we're actually doing it? We've been talking about this for so long.
I think it's been going pretty well. I mean, I'm learning a lot just by answering these questions or by talking about topics.
Yeah.
And I think that we have approached things differently, trying to be more intentional with one of the last episodes we did, we talked about, our walking and talking meetings. So that was directly because of the podcast. Like we had talked about it on the podcast, and then we started being more intentional about doing it with great outcome. We've also talked about things like trying to be more positive and have that type of communication. So it's one thing to talk about it, but you have to live that.
Yeah.
And so I think for me, we talked about this on an episode too, like about accountability, where I said, for me, if someone asks me something and I have to tell them I didn't accomplish that, I'm embarrassed. So for me, accountability is if I'm putting it out there and then I'm not living that life at home, like that feels awful. Like that doesn't feel right to me. So, just trying to be more positive, trying to actually live what we're talking about on the podcast is, that to me is a big win.
I agree. I think content is probably my favorite built-in accountability system for me, because there's moments where like even things that change in my life that I've talked about ad nauseum on YouTube or on a podcast or wherever, that I want to go to that space and be even more honest if things are changing. And so I think that it is really cool that we get to do that here, that we get to progress as a couple in business by having a podcast as a couple in business. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's also been just fun to be able to do something together that we're actually putting out there together.
Yeah.
I can't remember we've never put anything out together. We've like little like videos, one-offs, like live streams, things, but never something that was as consistent as this, where like it's branded
where
together.
We were on video together or on a broadcast together. We've been working on a lot of businesses together, but projects separately for pretty much our career. So,
right.
Yeah, I agree.